Well, good afternoon everybody, it's Richard here. Welcome back to the channel, and this is, well, what should be episode 4 of the camper van, Sunshine camper van, the new accelerator cable. Now, as you know from my last upload, Craig's van failed him because the one of the hoses for his Sprinter, the water system return, broke, and all the water and all the fluid went all over the drive, literally as he drove up to my house. He fixed that, and we set another date, which would be yesterday, which I think today's the 21st. It's 22nd today, I think it was 21st yesterday of March, to come out and complete the job. So the cable arrived about a week before, everything was going well, and we were under and in this beautiful camper van, Sunshine, for the whole day, and we were trying to thread the cable through. Let me just show you the other end of where the cable goes from the start. Let me just do that. So here we are, you're looking at the floor. There's a shroud piece that goes over here, which goes over the pedal, the accelerator pedal, which is here. You can see that going up and down, and then it goes through the floor. You might be able to see a bit of light there where it goes through, and then it goes to a linkage on the other side, and then you put the shroud back again. So I didn't realise actually that it actually went left before going down to the centerpiece, and then underneath there's a linkage for that to go. So yeah, let me just take you back to where we were before. So that was the plan, and it's quite tight. There's a very small aperture in which it goes through the shroud of the engine. I might be able to show you that. Hold on a second to try and point it out to you, but it's a very small hole, and it goes between the fuel pump and the carburetor. So we're going to fit that. Before we did that though, we wanted to make sure that the carburetor that I'd cleaned and done all the jets and everything that you saw in the previous video, probably episode 1 or episode 1 or 2, was working. So he was holding the rev part of the accelerator, and I was turning the key. Everything fired up, and she really ran well, beautifully. Lots of great stuff happening, and we did that several times. But the problem being was that there is something wrong with the amount of petrol going into the carburetor, and he had his mirror, like a mirror and a torch being held by me, and we could see that. So we've come to the conclusion that the carburetor needs to be balanced. So that means the balance between the air intake and the fuel mixture needs to be just right for these particular Solexes. And once you start tinkering around with the mixture and that on the jets, once you start playing with a screwdriver, you can upset it all and damage the engine irreversibly, apparently. So he's given me the phone number of a guy that does this type of work, and I'm going to arrange to talk to him next week when he's back from holiday, and then obviously get the van over there. It's near just outside Wateringbury, which is near Maidstone where I live, so I'm going to do that. So that's that bit, so we had to abandon that. So getting back to the cable going through the van, right the way from the front end, and this is over 6 feet long, this vehicle, with all the bed turns and that. So what I did, I was one end, the driving end, and he was the other end with a torch and also a magnet on a very fine piece of wire, which he has this special tool for, and we were trying to get it to come through this very small shroud. So there's a piece of tubing which is about that long, it's about nearly a foot, and that links the back of the shroud where the big fan is, and I'll see if I can find a picture of that, to the front of the shroud, and then going through the underneath of the vehicle. It took us practically, well, it was all day. It was all day. He was here from about 11 and we didn't finish till 5. And then when we had it, he actually got the end, which was amazing because it was so difficult to get hold of. Got it and then tethered it to the carburetor end, which I can show you. Actually, I'll do that if I just take you down here. In here, you can see. Let me just stop this a second. So this piece here, where my finger is, that's where, look, I do that. That's where the petrol, that's where it should fit through. And then the hole that it goes through is just through there. Quite hard work there. That's what should happen. Should happen. So that's what we did. I tell you, it's going to be interesting editing this later. Anyway, it's what we did. Then at the other end, he was going to tether it to the pedal, which is the piece you've just seen. Unfortunately, it was 4 inches too short. We could not believe it. 4 inches too short. So when I checked the packaging, it turns out that they'd sent me, or I had ordered, I'm not sure which actually, they'd sent me the wrong size. So this vehicle is a 1979. So we're talking, she's 44, 45 years old. The one that I'd been sent was for one from 1969 to 1972. So from 72 to 79, they obviously made the van bigger, even though it's a T2, it's the same model, bay window, all that stuff. So I've had to contact Just Campers, who have accepted the fact that they will refund me for the one that we use, even though it's got grease on it now. And I've reordered the right one, which hopefully that will come very soon. So long story short, a lot happening yesterday, but not much action when it came to it. However, I can say that these little bungs have been fitted. This was to the air cooler. It was something called a preheater, which goes into the airbox. Well, I'm not having that particular system now. I've got this system, which is here. This is a flat top, and this pancake one will sit on top of the carburetor. And I bought this on a marketplace, and all of 15 quid, so it's quite good really in that respect. However, I can update you with some other bits that I've actually ordered. So I'm going to upgrade the electrics. Once Sunshine is back on the road and running, I'm going to upgrade the electrics. So the first thing I'm going to do, I've ordered a 123 ignition. Now, this is a distributor, quite an expensive bit of kit this, this is, James has got this on his Volkswagen Beetle, with Penny's Beetle as well, and this will actually, it's electronically done. It's an electronic spark, not a manual spark, so it's very efficient and it really runs well. High performance electronic distributor for 6 volts, and so I've got the same one because he's got the 1600 inch as well. So that's coming. So that's here. I've also ordered a new Olympic coil. Okay, and I've ordered some new spark plugs, which these ones. Okay, so 4. And then one thing I forgot to order, which I ordered this morning, which I'll show you, is I've ordered some new cables. Okay, HT cables. So all of this stuff. Now you could say I don't need to order all this stuff and save myself 300 quid, but why not? Because the engine's been here in the vehicles all those years. It's the second engine, we don't know how old it is. It's running well, but at the same time it's nice to upgrade, get more efficiency out of it, get more oomph out of the engine, make it run better. So all in all, I think it will be a positive thing. So poor Craig yesterday, I felt sorry for him really, because he's worked his butt off trying to get all these bits done. But at the end of the day, hopefully everything will come through. And then there's a new piece of cable which is going to be fitted for the fuel line. So I just thought I'd update everyone on that. And so this is episode 4, I think it is, of the upgrade, but not much happening. So as soon as something is happening, I'll be back on the video on YouTube and I'll let you know how things are going. Until then, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and let me know your thoughts and comments, and look forward to seeing you very soon. Take care for now. It's Richard here, signing off on what was hoping to be a warm day. Yesterday was warm. Today it's a very bit cooler, but I'm still in my t-shirt. Anyway, take care everyone. See you soon. Bye for now.